We now have exclusive new CNN reporting on the lengths the Trump campaign went to try to get dirt on Hillary Clinton through her infamous emails. Our chief national security correspondent, Jim Sciutto, is here to break the story for us. Jim, what more can you tell us?
Wolf, my colleague Jenna McLaughlin and I were told by multiple sources that a foreign policy advisor to the Trump campaign pushed government agencies, including the FBI and the State Department, to review material obtained from the dark web in the summer of 2016 that he thought were Hillary Clinton's deleted emails. His push, just the latest example of Trump advisors who were mixed up in efforts to find dirt on Clinton, including potentially stolen emails. All this during the presidential campaign. Tonight, CNN has learned that a Trump campaign advisor played a key role in an effort to find Hillary Clinton's 30,000 deleted emails on the dark web.
Wow.
And reveal any damaging information contained within them.
It's not easy being a whistleblower.
Joseph Schmitz, a former Department of Defense Inspector General, was a foreign policy advisor to the campaign. Seen here seated at a table with then-candidate Trump in March 2016. Meeting with officials at the FBI, State Department, and the intelligence community's Inspector General, he told them a source he called Patriot had discovered what he believed were the deleted emails on the dark web. Schmitz then pushed for the government to review and declassify the material, so he and others could review it without jeopardizing Schmitz's security clearance. All this according to multiple sources with direct knowledge. Officials at the State Department and Inspector General briefly interviewed Schmitz, but they declined to review or accept the information. The FBI also interviewed him as part of its ongoing criminal investigation into Clinton's emails.
I did investigate.
Schmitz then took his information to the House Intelligence Committee. This is the latest example of Trump advisors mixed up in efforts to find dirt on Clinton. Fired Chief Strategist Steve Bannon told the House Intelligence Committee in February that Trump campaign staff were repeatedly contacted by outsiders suggesting ways to get the Clinton emails. This according to a source familiar with Bannon's testimony. A Trump campaign official tells CNN, quote, "The campaign does not comment on matters of interest to the special counsel or the congressional committees." The material was never verified. A cybersecurity expert who also saw the material on the dark web told CNN it appeared to be fake based on what he read and where it was posted. "I'm pretty sure they were posted on the dark web equivalent of Reddit," he said. Schmitz, reached by CNN in person and via email, declined to comment. Now, sources tell CNN there was no indication that Schmitz was communicating with or influenced by agents of a foreign power when he brought this material to U.S. government agencies. But I should mention, Schmitz was one of Trump's first 5 campaign foreign policy advisors. This in the spring of 2016. Schmitz counseled Trump through the November election, this according to his professional biography. And after Trump's election victory, he considered Schmitz as a possible Secretary of the Navy. Oftentimes in cases like this, you might hear from the campaign that this was a coffee boy, as they described George Papadopoulos, but Schmitz certainly no coffee boy. He had a role in the campaign.
And he had impressive credentials, too, going into the campaign. How were they able, I don't know if you know the answer to this, to determine that all of this was from the so-called dark web was fake?
Well, to be clear, when Schmitz brought this material, knowledge of this material to, remember, the FBI, the State Department, and the Inspector General of the Office of the Director of National Intelligence, fact is, they didn't really want to touch this. It came from the dark web, could have been stolen. They were not interested in going there, in effect, although they did do cursory interviews with him. But we spoke to someone who reviewed the material at the time. He said he looked at the material and could tell fairly quickly, based both on the provenance, where it came from on the dark web, but also just the way it looked, that it did not appear to be the real deal, as it were, genuine deleted emails from Hillary Clinton's private server.